Good morning. This is meteorologist and master's student Allison Krantz with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for August 16th, 2025. Looking ahead, today we will be seeing a mix of wet and dry thunderstorms spreading north and east, and breezy and dry conditions in western Nevada and parts of the southern and central basin. There will also be some wetter thunderstorms in northeast Utah. Sunday, the scattered mixed thunderstorms will decrease in coverage and move to the north. Wetter thunderstorms will be located in northwest Idaho. Temperatures will be cooler with northwest Nevada and Idaho. This is going to be because of the Pacific cold front. And then Monday, the storms are going to be moving out, and we will have warmer and drier conditions with some patches of breezy winds across the basin. Looking at the past 24 hours, there's been under a quarter of an inch of precipitation across a lot of the basin, with some larger pockets between half an inch to an inch in southeast Nevada, southern Utah, and along the border of Nevada and Idaho. Then an inch or so near the Arizona-Utah border. Accompanying those storms were a few strikes in southern Utah, southeast Nevada, and then a swath from storms as they moved from Nevada into Idaho. Yesterday, we had 12 new fires, burning for an acreage of 1,704. Our large fires saw an increase in acreage burned of 1,477. Some of these new fires can be seen in northeast Nevada, eastern Idaho, and both northern and southern Utah. The current fires with the biggest priority are the Rock Fire, Monroe Canyon, Beulah, Sand Creek, Willard Peak, Chin Creek, Rancho, and Boggs. Looking at precipitation over the past week, we can see that most of the basin has received at least a little rain. Nothing of crazy impact. However, there are pockets with higher rain over half an inch, with the largest totals being along the Arizona and Utah border. We are still very dry, however, compared to the normal precipitation over the past 30 days. Today, we have seen some improvement to ERC values due to the rain yesterday, especially in the areas of Utah. However, still most of these stations are in the 90 to 97 plus percentiles. Also to point out is Idaho has seen a little bit improvement there as well, but these should be decreasing again once we're through the weekend and stuff begins to dry out again. Current ERC percentiles are still very high across the basin. In Jarbidge, ERC is near record for this time of year, and in the Arizona Strip, the ERC is still above the record and has been for the past few weeks. It's been very high over this past few weeks leading up into today. So looking at satellite, we can see the cold front approaching from the Pacific Northwest. Wind speeds will be a little faster ahead of this front as it moves into the area, and we can also see some lightning with some convection currently occurring in the corner of Nevada and Arizona. The smoke forecast shows some smoke affecting parts of northern Nevada and southern Idaho today, with more of the smoke concentration then moving up and being in northern Idaho on Sunday. For today, the dry air will begin to be pushed out with the cold front, which will be bringing those thunderstorms to parts of the basin. We have issued a high risk for lightning, especially in Idaho, where that front will have the most impact. Winds today will be mostly located with the storms that will hit in Idaho, and then parts of central Utah, with some zephyr winds for the Sierra front. Relative humidities are down in the teens for Nevada, but there is improvement in Utah with the precipitation. There's also some improvement in Idaho with some precipitation they've had. Temperatures will be around normal and then cooling off with the front. The largest precipitation probability will be in Idaho and Utah. Sunday, the front will be affecting Idaho, and there will be breezy conditions ahead of this front. There will be some fire potential relief in Idaho, as the rain will bring it down from moderate to low risk. Winds will be across most of the basin with a higher concentration with those thunderstorms in Idaho. Relative humidities will be improved in Idaho with the rain from the day prior. Temperatures will be cooler with the frontal passage, and Idaho, again, up especially in the northern parts, will be seeing the largest chance of precipitation. There also is a chance of precipitation is a little bit higher up there in northeast Utah. Monday, drier conditions return to the basin, and the low-risk areas will begin to return to moderate risk as they dry out. Winds will be primarily in southwest Nevada, with some in eastern Idaho. Relative humidities will begin to drop again across the basin. Temperatures are again going to start rising, and then chances of precipitation are going to fall off. The 3-day precipitation accumulation shows a decent spread of rain for Idaho and a swath of Utah. Tuesday, dry and breezy conditions will continue, with the basin returning to all moderate risk as areas that received rain officially dry out. Wednesday, conditions will remain dry and breezy for portions of the basin. Some moisture will be in Utah, but not enough to cause precipitation. Fire potential will remain the same, or at that moderate risk level. Thursday, we'll have very dry conditions, the driest swath of air there that we've seen, and this is going to be accompanied by some breezes in Idaho and Nevada, especially along the Idaho-Nevada border, and then along that Sierra front. And fire potential is going to remain at moderate. Finally, Friday, the dry conditions will still be around, with an increase in winds, and there may be a part of the monsoon that breaks off and brings some rain to Arizona and southern Utah. This might lower the fire risk from moderate to low in southern Utah and the Arizona Strip, but models have been inconsistent in how they are forecasting the monsoon this year, so this has a little less confidence that should be increasing as we get closer to the state. The past 7-day precip shows at least some accumulation across most of the basin, with the highest totals in northern Idaho and Utah. The NOAA CPC 8 to 14-day outlook shows above normal temperatures out ahead, but thankfully some above normal precipitation totals. This precipitation totals, though, won't be enough to really lower our fire threats, but it is better to see above normal precipitation totals than below. And then, if you have any questions, here are the contacts to reach out to. I hope you all have a wonderful day.